Hi guys, it's Jazz1122 here, and I'm here for the reading for the Pisces out there for October 14th through October 20th. First and foremost, I just want to say thank you guys for all your support and all my new subscribers. Welcome to my channel. I reached 5K a couple days ago, and I just want to say thank you guys so much. And also, if you would like a one-question email reading from me, I will have all the details in the description box below. And as my usual disclaimer, I would just like to say that these are general readings and not everything may resonate. Okay, so let's get right into it. Let's see what's going on with Pisces for October 14th through October 20th. We have the Three of Cups, y'all. I love this because the Pisces reading that I was picking up last week was a little rough. So I feel like this maybe could be a continuation for some Pisces. With the Three of Cups, you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like you're feeling better this week. I feel like you want to get out. You want to socialize. I feel like maybe you've been in isolation for some time. And now you're ready to get back out there. You know, be around like-minded and similar frequency type of people. You know, it's just, I see why we stick with like-minded people. It doesn't mean we also don't grow if we stay with the same people. It's just when you try to, let's say, if you're spiritual and you do tarot cards, but you're around people who are religious, like heavy religious, like, you know, go to church every type of Sunday, believe that tarot cards and spirituality is witchcraft, it's going to keep causing tension. So this is what I also realized in my own life was, even though I cared about people, once we wasn't on the same frequency no more, I just had to release these people from my reality. And this is what I also see you doing, Pisces. It's just like, you know what? I know I care about some people, but we're just not on the same frequency no more. Like, I don't do the same things I used to do. I'm way more aware than what I was, and I feel like if I stay in certain places, I'm not growing anymore. You know, it doesn't mean I think of you any less, but I just feel like, you know, like Boys to Men, although we come to the end of the road, like this is what I feel. You know, and now you're spending time with people. Maybe you started to meet new people. You started vibing with them. You started to meet new friends. And you're starting to see how it just gels. You don't have to force it. I feel, Pisces, you're just in a space where you're not forcing anything. You just want relationships with people just to be like this. Not having to try to figure out how to make it fit. It just does. And that's when you know something's in alignment with you. And that's what I feel you are at this week. So we have the Hermit and we have the Queen of Cups. So as I was saying, ironically, some Pisces may have been spending time for themselves for a while. You know, just soul searching, figuring out, what am I doing with my life? Are the people I'm around, am I holding on to them because I've known them for years and I'm scared to let them go? Or are they in alignment with me? How do I feel when I'm with them? And I think it came to a point, Pisces, where it was just like you got tired of being something that you're not. It's like I'm tired of having to live up to other people's expectations of me. I'm tired of having to explain and defend my goals and my dreams. And with the Queen of Cups, you took time to figure out and get back in tune with yourself emotionally with the Queen of Cups. Not only that, you took time to get psychic insights. See what your intuition was telling you. I feel like you started to really examine people in your life. And you started to notice how you feel around them. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel uneasy? You know, it's kind of like We could still be around people that we known for a while, but then you start to feel that feeling. It's just like, like we cool, but we not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I could talk to you about some things, but I can't be my authentic self. And I feel like you're tired of being around people where you can't be your authentic self because you lost yourself in the process. So you took time out to see what changes need to be made. So you got rid of people, places, and things so you can make room for this Three of Cups. And we have the Three of Swords. So with the Three of Swords, this was something that was stressing you out. I feel like that's what put you in hermit mode. I feel like this was caused by maybe you holding on to people that you knew just wasn't in alignment with you anymore. And that's never easy to do. Because it's not like you truly dislike some of these people. It's just it hurts to keep them in your reality. Because they just don't get who you are. Especially the people who knew you for years. Maybe they kept trying to put you in the box of what they knew who you used to be, right? Maybe you tried to still prove I'm still the same person, but then over time you start to feel like I'm not living in my authentic truth of who I am as a soul. I came here to live my purpose and my path. And people that's for me will be for me. And maybe you realize how you being something that you weren't caused you to experience the Three of Swords. I know I've been there. I've been around people where I felt like, me being emotional. I mean, I am an emotional Sagittarius. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cry. You know what I'm saying? And I got tired of trying to be this tough, cold-hearted person and pretend nothing doesn't bother me, and I got so wrapped up in that because that's all the people I was around. But then I realized they had that defense because they never deal with their traumas. So while I'm thinking, because I started to believe because I felt things I was wrong or I was overly emotional just because they didn't have the strength to deal with their emotions. I said, you know what? I felt this Three of Swords, y'all, too. At 24, I cut mad people out of my life. I said, you can go, you can go, you can go. People I knew for years got the boot. Because if I cannot be my authentic self, you got to go. Because I'd rather sit alone and know that I am who I truly am than to sit in somebody's face and have them in my reality and be something I'm not to hold on to them. Maybe that's what you realize, Pisces. You was holding on to people and it started to hurt. So it's like it's easier just to let go and make room for people where you can truly celebrate with. So let's see why this Three of Cups is here. So let's see. Ten of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. And a Chariot. This is beautiful, y'all. This is beautiful. You Pisces out there, because you're making these decisions, it's not going in vain at all. The universe is returning everything to you and then some, with friends and also a relationship, because you're putting yourself first. So by you being in this vibration of speaking and owning your truth and not backing down to nobody, because the only person you have the answer to is you. And you being in that frequency, you're actually drawing someone who will love that about you, who would cherish that about you, and build something with you. And with the Ace of Pentacles, this person is going to show you that they're serious about you. And these things are on the way to you. The university, that I looked at the university if it had a hand, It's like here, Pisces. You finally found your own light. You finally found yourself. You are done suffering for other people to not get anything in return. And we see you moving forward with the Chariot, speaking your truth and owning it, not letting no one tell you otherwise. You are trusting your own spirit. Maybe as a Pisces, you've been told you crazy, you this, you that, and you started to doubt yourself. But you said, wait a minute. I called a lot of these things that people said I was crazy because you're the Queen of Cups. Maybe you let people convince you that your gifts are BS, or you don't know what you're talking about. I've heard that too. But then you found that strength within yourself and said, you know what? I know who I am. I don't have to prove that to anybody. And I'm moving forward. And you have also done a lot of inner work, Pisces, because you finally balanced the shadow aspects in your light, right? You didn't ignore either. You wasn't on a spectrum. Let's say, for example, earlier in life you were. Let's say you didn't really want to acknowledge the shadow sides of yourself. Maybe you was always in light. Some Pisces may have been in the dark and didn't want to express their light. But I feel you're in the place where you're merging both, and that makes you so much more powerful that you're balanced. You show your higher self-love and your shadow aspect love, and you make it all work together for you. That's what's up. Let's see why the Queen of Cups and the Hermit card is here. We have the Hierophant and the Nine of Swords. With what I see here, Pisces, while you were spending some time alone, some things you was committing to, maybe it was an old mindset you had. Maybe it could have been an old religion, maybe, for some. Or even in terms of your commitments with people. That could be relationships or friends, a job, anything that the Hierophant energy to me is commitment. So while you were spending time alone, you was thinking about who and what you were committing to and was it worth it. You was listening to your soul. You was taking your own self out of it. You know how a lot of times we want something so bad that we completely just ignore what our higher self wants. We don't even try to be like, you know what? What is my higher self trying to tell me? I feel like you got in a peaceful spot where your higher self started to tell you about some people, places, and things you was committing to that was leading to this Nine of Swords energy so you can release it. It's like, Pisces, you could do this. I feel like maybe you were so wrapped up with what was going on, you didn't really have a moment in time to really get any peace. So now you've been in hermit mode. You start to discover who you were again, and you start to see more clearly that the things that you were committing to was causing the Nine of Swords energy. But you're still moving forward from that aspect and making those changes. So let's see why the Three of Swords is here. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Five of Swords. And the Emperor. This is what I like to see. Pisces, of course, some people may not be happy that you're going to cut them out your life, of course. But you're choosing to be the Queen of Pentacles. I look at this as she is caring like a Cancer, and she gets money like a Capricorn. That's how I view the Queen of Pentacles. Because she's also nurturing, but she takes care of herself. And I feel like that's what you're doing, Pisces. You're like, listen, I'm done taking care of everybody else and hurt myself in the process, and I'm sitting here feeling conflicted to make everybody happy. I'm done with that. It's time for me to nurture myself and put myself first. If you can't respect that, you can go, period. I feel like you guys are not with the BS at this point. You guys are trusting your soul and believing in yourself again. And if other people are upset, it's like, you know what? It's nothing personal. It's vibrational. I actually like that. So it's just like, I'm just in a different place in my life. I want to put myself first. I'm tired of sacrificing everything to make everybody happy. and I'll be left with this. But when I'm left with this, who's there to help me? And through the midst of the conflict that it may cause, Pisces, you're ready for it. You got your sword ready. You're going to speak your truth and you're going to stand on it. It's like, you know what? I'm ready for this conflict, because by me making my own decisions, I know it's bound to make people upset. But that's okay, because I'm able to live with the decision that my happiness comes first. So, Pisces, I hope you guys appreciate this reading, and I'll catch you guys next week.